All right, guys. Hi, welcome back. Attorney Steve Vonder, and today we are talking about oral partnerships. All right, so I'm seeing a lot more of these things going on, breaches of oral partnerships, people getting together to create products, mobile apps, software projects, various startups, new AI projects are taking place, and anything basically where two people are coming together. It could be for any business purpose. You want to get something in writing that spells out your partnership or spells out your arrangement. If you don't, this happens so often that it becomes a little bit annoying because all you have to do is write something down on a piece of paper. You could write it on a napkin, as we learned in law school. You could write down the terms on a piece of paper on a napkin, okay? So get your contracts and writings with your potential partners before you start business. So let's go talk about litigation whiteboard, oral partnerships, and this is real basic, guys. So contracts in most states, I'm going to talk about California today. Most states, contracts can be oral. I think probably every state, but I don't know for sure. But most states will have oral partnerships, or you can have written partnerships. It's always better to have the written version. Why? Because you have a contract. If there's a dispute, you can show the judge, look, they were supposed to pay me this. They were supposed to do that. They were supposed to deliver this. I was going to get this much money. They were going to pay the bills. What happened? They breached it, Your Honor. And the judge says, well, how do I know there's a contract? Well, we agreed upon it. We talked about it, okay? Well, the other party's disagreeing. They say, I didn't talk about that. That's not at all. That guy's a big liar. He's making things up, Judge. So oral partnerships are enforceable. It's just a lot harder to prove the existence of terms. Now, you can use things like receipts, text messages, emails. You can use various types of evidence to show that there was a partnership. Okay, those would be admissible to show that you have a partnership or an agreement in place to share profits or whatever it is that you're doing. Could be a joint venture, so forth and so on. But there are ways to prove it. Under the California Civil Code, Section 1619 recognizes two types of contracts in California. Express contracts, that's where the terms are stated or written, and implied, which is a partnership created by the conduct of the parties. You look at the conduct of the parties. Did it manifest an intent to enter into a partnership agreement? So that's the question. So you have express, implied. We have Civil Code Section 1622 recognizes, yes, there is an oral contract in California. Now, that being said, I want you to be very careful here because over here we have SOF. Anybody know what that stands for? Statute of Frauds. Certain contracts must be in writing to be enforceable. If they're not in writing, it's not enforceable. And this is just a couple of them. I have a video on that. I'm going to try to post it up there for you at the end of this video, okay? But certain contracts must be in writing or they are not enforceable. Even if you say, well, I have an oral partnership. We have a contract, Judge. If it's not in writing, Judge is going to go, dear party, this falls within the Statute of Frauds. It's not in writing. It's not enforceable. Interests in real estate, selling real estate. You can't sell real estate on an oral promise. Hey, I'll sell you my property for $5 million. Sounds great. Let's do the deal. No, that's not going to work. Needs to be in writing because it's an interest in real estate. Another one is co-signing for agreements. Okay, the one I want you guys to know about, however, is right here. Contracts which cannot by its terms, be performed within 1 year. So you have something where you say, well, here's our partnership. We're going to enter into this agreement. It's going to be a 5-year deal. You're going to get paid $1 million over 5 years. You're going to get half the profits. You're going to get a percentage of this. Here's what you're going to do. It's a 5-year deal. That's going to fall within the Statute of Frauds. It's not going to be enforceable unless your agreement is in writing. So that's one that can trip people up. I've seen it. Okay, contracts that cannot be performed within 1 year, it could blow your whole oral partnership argument. So that's just real quick. I want you to keep an eye on this. Watch. SOL stands for Statute of Limitations. If you got that, you've been watching all my videos and you are going to the top, baby. I'll see you at the top. Now over here, your statute of limitations are going to vary by states. I practice law in Arizona and California. You can see the difference here. A written contract in California has a 4-year statute of limitations. You bring your case within 4 years of the breach, okay? And an oral contract, you better bring it within just 2 years. It's a very limited time frame, so you need to bring it quicker. You need to be cognizant of this. Now, contrast that with Arizona, the written contract. You have 6 years to bring a written contract. The other thing that's nice in Arizona on the written contract, if there's a breach of a written contract in Arizona, you can seek your attorney fees, okay? The attorney fees clause. That's why contract cases in Arizona can get pretty exciting. Oral contracts, 3 years. So check your state, see what your state has to offer. Make sure you're keeping an eye on the oral partnership. But guys and ladies and gentlemen, get your contracts in writing up front while everybody's friendly, okay? Because trust me, once you get down the road and then there's a fight and somebody's trying to lock you out of an account or they're trying to take the videos or whatever the case may be, or they're not letting you have assets that you paid for that you're entitled to, it gets ugly and it becomes much more difficult when you're arguing oral partnerships. But just realize from this video, yes, there is such a concept as oral partnership. If you have a dispute, you know where to find me on the web at attorneysteve.com. 20 years, civil litigation. I've been doing a lot of law in the last 2 decades. I really enjoy what I do, and I really like helping resolve disputes. If you need some help, attorneysteve.com. Guys, have a great day. I got to get in. I got to watch the Chiefs game. I love watching Mahomes run around and throw some touchdowns. So we'll see what happens. But have a great day. This is general legal information only, not legal advice. We'll see you at the top. Bye now.